Shut up and sit down.
Most young people are high on drugs all the time. They go to social media to do all sorts of things. Lagos lawmaker speaks.
The National Orientation Agency needs to set to work. We need to begin to orientate our young people. They need people who can talk to them from time to time. They are high on drugs all the time, most of them. They go to social media, they do all sorts of things.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Malik's YouTube channel, your number one source for trending news, celebrity gossip, and entertainment gist. If you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos.
Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly took turns today to blame the EndSARS protests on social media. They took turns to say the ills of social media and how social media will plunge the country into war. They blamed the youth for being high on drugs and accused the EndSARS protesters for all the violence and destruction that occurred during the protests. This is what they had to say.
Again, before people are just mentioning Lekki, they shoot in Lekki. What causes the shooting? Is it not we? On Tuesday morning again, nobody touched you. Nobody even harassed any youth. You went to, I don't know what they call that place, Ajeromi fellow local government, to burn that place. No, to Tuesday morning, no any curfew then. You went to that local government to burn it down. From there you went to Orile. Look, I saw that one live. I was crying. You decided to beat the police officer to the last, killing him, macheting him. That, you know, they killed that man. Not to on Tuesday morning. And Yoruba will say only you and you too now. The governor now wake up and said enough is enough. There should be a curfew on Tuesday afternoon. Then you said you are still in Lekki. Mr. Africa, we had it clearly in their what they are sending all this. You can have lacuna. Maybe you may pull lacuna in that their committee to search the constitution for them. That is it. If the governor can pronounce something in the state, and you people decided that you will not go away, who are we? Are we going to take a law into our hands? Is that day that we want to end the SARS and make sure they replace another one? Mr. Speaker, let me just leave that one in case for the people that want to work on that. Work, don't say only Lekki. They said they remove camera at the end of the day. But some of them don't know what they are talking. The person that is managing a place, you will not allow you to damage. They don't even know differentiate between the camera and the one that is make sure capturing you.
In Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, they no longer allow video calls and video chatting. We can also regulate our social media. We must not allow the social media to plunge us into war. Something must be done urgently to reflect our economy, Mr. Speaker, in such manner that every household can put food on their table. Presently, our growth rate is -6, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Mr. Speaker, yes, we must end SARS, but no killings. We must end SARS, but no looting. We must end SARS, no pillaging. We must end SARS, no raping. With all of these, Mr. Speaker, I want to believe that we shall rise again.
Look at the children these days, the youths. I like your submission, Mr. Speaker, that it is not unemployment that should be the bane or the reason why youths will come out and begin to misbehave. There are unemployments in so many countries of the world, even in the United States. I schooled in the UK and I saw a lot of young people who were not employed, but they didn't become hoodlums. Why can't we look inwards and look for solutions to our problems? Why can't the young people look within themselves, look for their talents? Even if as graduates, what stops you from becoming a designer or a professional tiler or what have you, and make a brand of it? There is no excuse for being a hoodlum. Mr. Speaker, I think it is about time I mentioned this on the floor of the House. Ab initio, we became members of the Ninth Assembly, that the National Orientation Agency needs to set to work. We need to begin to orientate our young people. They need people who can talk to them from time to time. They are high on drugs all the time, most of them. They go to social media, they do all sorts of things. I'm even scared to give my young children phones because I'm scared I don't know what they would see on the social media. It's that bad. We need to set the National Orientation Agency to work. The Nigerian National Population Commission. We need to have data. We need to have statistics of our citizens. We need to know who is what and where. We need to be able to identify our people. And Mr. Speaker, this is my humble submission in conjunction with what Honorable Rotimi Olowo has said, that a committee be set up to look into this carnage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Then the Lekki incident. Like Honorable Desmond did mention, the social influencers did not help matter. They aggravated and catalyzed the destruction of Lagos. In fact, the way and manner it was put on social media, I could not even eat. I was down. I was very, very sad. I thought what we had, you cannot have less than 300 or 1,000 people who had died from such whatever. I was so down. But thanks to their age mate, they started putting the thing in perspective. The age that you said was dead is so and so place. There is so and so place, and there was no answer. But then the damage had been done before they started putting this out. The damage had been done. Everything, the carnage, the killing, the maiming had been done. Why we must say that we must commiserate with all those who lost their life, either pre the Lekki or after, or even during whatever brutality that must have been meted out by the police. We must compensate with them. We must also, going forward, appeal to the Commission of Inquiry to do all that it could to make sure that there is disclosure, there is investigation, there is healing, and this thing is brought to closure, so to speak.
If you take the issue of Lekki as a case study, a lot of things played out. Social influencers aggravated the crisis. They provoked a lot of situations and sent fake news outside the country. Mr. Speaker, while this was going on, I did say that what was going on is a serious war against Lagos State. And it turned out there are a lot of political undertone and overtone in respect of this crisis, masterminded by some people who must be fished out if, as Honorable Desmond said, Nigeria must remain Nigeria in the next 5 years. A scheme has been hatched with this EndSARS. We must get to the root so that we don't have a repeat of it. A repeat of it is likely to end Nigeria because they capitalize, those who are working these are unknown, they capitalize on the psychology of people, they capitalize on the notion of hunger in the country, and that's why they have now changed the tactics when the thing is submerging now. All they do now is go to where government is hiding, is keeping palliatives, and that they will mobilize people. The way they did in so many places, you will see people who could not afford 3 square meals now eating comfortable meal on the road. It's a way to mobilize people to the road and keep them on the road. Mr. Speaker, a lot of this has happened, and when you look at the arson that occurred in Lagos, you will see that Lagos is the target, and of course, principal elements in the state, like we said, the issue of Ashwaju, despite the explanation repeated explanation, video explanation by Ashiwaju, a lot of people are still on him. This is a direct attack on his.
When I saw the level of destruction that happened within Lagos State, I have only one word. Do they want to submerge this state? Is it because of 2023? Why are we here where we are today? My submission is very simple. Number one, EndSARS. Number two, the level of destruction. Number three, what leads us to this? Number four, way forward. When you see the celebrity coming out and joining the masses or the youth for EndSARS, their intention is very good. We salute their courage. We salute them. We see them as heroes. But what will you expect from somebody who does not have anything to eat, morning, night, or who does not even know when he's going to eat, and you are providing them with food, and you are expecting this to be peaceful? That is the beginning and the genesis of the problem. When you are protesting and you are giving them food, the miscreant that doesn't have money, food to eat, they will come. They wouldn't want it to end. That is the beginning. So when the celebrities were doing this, they forgot when to end it. If they have seen it coming, they're supposed to have stopped and go to dialogue. Dialogue is the key.
They had a plan, good one. We all sympathize with them. We all agree with them that we must protest and end SARS in Nigeria, but not to this extent of distorting our heritage, attacking individuals, trying to bring the Southwest down for no reason. She said they had a strategy. Their strategy was there's no leader. And in a society where there's no leader, devil becomes the leader. That is the mistake they made. And at the end, sometimes they call them, come, let us discuss. They said they decided not to leave the road. And if they don't leave the road, how then do you expose other people to anarchy, to problems? And the government said, stop. They didn't stop. Okay, let's there be curfew. So at least we can separate the miscreants from the real protest. Millennium children. They refuse to move out of the street. In a state where we have government, where democratically elected people are there to represent them. And what did they cause? Those who want to hijack the problem, the protest, lay the siege. Who knows who shoots? At the end of the day, they're telling the whole world that people have been killed. Till today, there's no record of death. Till today, we did not see picture. The parent of the dead did not come out. And the end of the day, start attacking individuals. They move to Ashiwaju's house. They burn his property, burn his business. For what reason? People were making a phone conversation, telling them they're going to destroy Lagos. For what reason? For what reason did they attack Ashiwaju? For what reason did they go to Akiolu's palace? Is that where EndSARS will live? Is that where EndSARS stay? Is that what eventually bring her to?
And unfortunately, the so-called intellectual giants, the way this thing is being justified, injures our development. If those who are big and mighty in the country are also justifying whatever is happening with the French Revolution of 1789, that violence has been part of political development. Yes, fine, it happens in friendship, but we cannot use that to justify what is happening now. So it's important, and it's really, really important for us to look in that direction.
We didn't stop there. Where did the problems come from? The problems came from the social media, where influencers were comfortable enough to pass news that were fake, and our people went ahead with it and believed it. Mr. Speaker, what we got was beyond what we wanted. And I condemn all attacks, all destructions of public properties, government properties, and private properties. At the end of the day, it is clear what we wanted was beyond what we got. Mr. Speaker, the police has been in existence since the creation of this country. And in Lagos State, we have the Security Trust Fund that has also supported the police itself. We have the RRS, we have the GMT, the Governor's Monitoring Team, we have the Lagos State Task Force, we have the CTU that have operated very well within the ambit of the law and the police sector. The SARS was not created by the state government. We do not have powers over the SARS or the police itself. The governor does not have the powers over the army, neither does the Speaker of the House do it. Mr. Speaker, it is clear our problems come from our constitution. Until we continue to ask and agitate for a constitutional review, we will not get the way forward enough.
Mr. Speaker, we need to address certain things. The Nigerian youth, the social media, the social influencers, all of these are making the narrative that we are seeing today, except we are joking with ourselves. Social media, yes, though good, has its negative impact. Let me first thank you for condemning the wanton killings and carnage that happened at Lekki. When I went through the comments, I could not believe it, Mr. Speaker. The curses, the abuses from children. And I ask myself, is this Nigeria? What is going on? Children cursing, people having the effrontery to enter an Oba's palace, hold the staff of office. Culture is gone. Mr. Speaker, in the next 5 years, there will be no Nigeria. If we don't start now. The youth is not only those who do the peaceful protest. Those who have looted, who have destroyed lives, they are youths as well. Mr. Speaker, pregnant women went into malls, picked things and went away. When shall we change this narrative? I put it to all the celebrities out there, all the motivational speakers. This is the only country we have. The wealthy will grow. When anything happens, what is our common saying? We die here. Please, celebrities, please, social media influencers, stop the hatred already. You have a means constitutionally to change government. It's called your PPC. Go to the elections. If you are tired, come and enter government. People are dying. The narrative must change. Government, Mr. Speaker, this is my prayer. From the National Assembly, we must decentralize the federal government. Regions must start to operate. It's obvious states are on their own. Regions should start operating. The narrative should start here. I so submit, sir.
I think it's important because the misinformation that comes to people gave back to this. And unfortunately, the so-called intellectual giants, the way this thing is being justified, dangerous our development. If those who are good and mighty in the country are also justifying whatever is happening with the French Revolution of 1789, that violence has been part of political development. Yes, fine, it happens in friendship, but we cannot use that to justify what is happening now. So it's important, and it's really, really important for us to look in that direction.